Welcome to this channel, my goodness. So it's already February and I was supposed to do a video like this earlier on, but I missed it because January was such a hectic month for me, but you guys want to hear about the books. You want to hear about the TBR. We're going to talk about the TBR, okay? Listen, it's February. We know what February means. February is the month of love and the month of Black history, period. This is not a 3, it's just my thing, right? I'm being there. So what better to talk about, what better to focus on than Black women in stories and love in stories? And what better way to put those two things together than to have interracial romances be the center of TBR, the center of reading this month. And I promise you, me, it's the center of my reading this month because like I said, if you haven't seen my channel banner, go check out my channel, go click subscribe. The interracial romances we deserve. Let's get into this month's TBR, okay? If you don't know what a TBR is, that's why you clicked on this video. I'm glad to be expanding your universe, expanding your world right now because this is what you deserve, okay? We need to help you out. A TBR means to be read. Basically just a list of things that we're gonna be reading. You're gonna be reading, whoever's gonna be reading, whatever they're gonna be reading it. So for me, this is my TBR for February. I actually have a TBR for like most of the year already set up. I'm gonna be adding stuff to it as we come and go. I'll share it on Instagram, I'll share it on TikTok, I'll share it here at some point probably on like a visual or something. And if you guys have suggestions for things you want me to read, and if I have the time, I promise I will add those to my list. If I don't get to them this year, I'll get to them eventually. But it's a busy year, working full time now, we're doing that. I'm telling you, post-grad life. And I'll be telling you, you know, I can't just give you the books. I have to tell you why I'm planning to read them. And because I write on Wattpad and AO3, I'm not just going to be focusing on published books. Like, what do I look like, bro? What are we doing? Are we doing some AO3 books this month too? I'm excited. Okay, first book on the list, Aphrodite and The Duke. So the reason why I have the Duke. So the reason why I have this on my list, I've been dying for more interracial period pieces since watching not Bridgerton, Belle. Okay, Belle, in my opinion, is like the OG when it comes to interracial period pieces. And Belle is actually based off of a real life story. The woman was actually mixed. She was actually mixed. She wasn't like, oh, Shonda Rhimes did it to me. She was actually a Black woman. It's good, okay? And I'm gonna talk about it at some point on this channel because it deserves so much attention and so much love, and it doesn't get any of that ish, and it's criminal. So anyway, since then I've been begging for it, dying for it, to the point where like when I'm reading these period pieces, I'm imagining the girls being Black. I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? But luckily, Aphrodite and the Duke does that for us. She's already Black, okay? The book definitely gives Bridgerton vibes. So much so that sometimes it feels like it's trying to be Bridgerton, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason why I know this is because I got halfway into the book and then I had to return it because I was traveling and I needed to take it back to the library because I still go to libraries. Libraries are where it's at, okay? I still go to libraries, not just bookstores. We keep the books used. Needless to say, the book is getting finished. She's getting finished this month. I already have it waiting for me at the library as we speak. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow or one of these days. Life, bro. I will give you guys all the tea once I finish it, okay? I promise. You know, this is piggy's. The only thing I don't love though is I don't know why the main character couldn't just be a fully Black woman. She's mixed. Her dad is white. And as much as I love the interracial with the parents, we didn't get to see them get together. And some of her siblings are passing. And I'm just like, listen. Representation means representation, not just as light as we can get it to pass. And the crazy thing about her being mixed is that apparently she doesn't even look mixed. I'm like, what's the point then? Just make her fully Black. What are you doing? That's the only thing I don't like, my only qualm. On the outside, I'm not going to get into the details because I'm going to give you guys a full review. I'm going to give you a full breakdown of this TBR once I finish all the books. For once, not for once, but I'm not skipping. I was reading every page, okay? Next book. This book is not a romance. This book is not about Black women. This isn't any of the things I promised you, right? I'm sorry, okay? I apologize. But the reason why is because I took this book out at the library in November. Okay. Was it December? A while ago. And I keep renewing that ish. I keep renewing it. And somehow they still let me have it. And I'm like, you guys, bless. I need to finish it. I have 4 days left on this book and I'm not even halfway through. I'm a third of the way through because I'm reading it like during my breaks at work. 3-Act Tragedy is an Agatha Christie novel mystery. It's a Hercule Poirot mystery. That R was kind of rough because my throat is kind of rough. So I know you heard me mention the library before. Like I said, obligations, gotta take it back, not trying to get fined. Yeah, I just want to get into Agatha Christie's novels. She's the queen. She's royalty when it comes to mystery novels. I don't know if this is like updated, but in the books it says that the only books that have sold ahead of her are the Bible and Shakespeare. So period. We love. So far, it's a slow start, I'm not gonna lie, but we're finally getting into the mystery and I'm like, finally, because let's let Poirot do his work, okay? But it's not bad. Just a lot of exposition. Next. So these next two, I only have 4. And I'm gonna add, if I finish these, which I feel like I will in like the next couple weeks, I just don't know, so I don't want to like add too much stuff to the list, but if I add more stuff, I'll let you know on TikTok and Instagram and my Instagram story. Okay. Next one is AO3, and this one's called Postmodern Jukebox by Sarah Bucky on AO3. Okay. So this author, I haven't read this one, but I've read some of her other works, and she literally writes like almost exclusively Sarah Wilson and Bucky fan fiction. If you don't know who Sarah Wilson is, if you don't know who Bucky is, it's okay. I'm not gonna shame you in front of the whole world. Okay. Avengers, Marvel, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those two, the chemistry is palpable. Luckily, the fans understand this, and there's someone like Sarah Bucky on AO3 that understands that we need these fanfictions. My only thing is I'm like, it's based in the 40s. It's World War II. A black woman in the 40s. I don't know about that. But she's a great author. She's a good writer. I'm looking forward to it. And I have hope for this one, okay? So I'll let you know how it goes. It's ongoing, so I'm not going to finish it. But basically, I'll look at like the chapters like today or tomorrow. Whatever that amount is, once I finish those, we'll count it as finished for now. And then, that'll be that. And I think the author is a black woman. So again, winning. The next one is another one from this author, Jazz Standards, Volume 1. So I read Jazz Standards, I think, Volume like 3 or something. I don't know. I think I just found it. And even though it said Volume 3, I was like, you know what? Who needs a backstory? I read it anyway. This was a while ago. Like, this is like, I think 2022. So I don't remember what I was reading. I don't remember. Or maybe last year, whenever the show was released. So I don't remember like a lot of what I read, which works out so I can go through the volumes. But Volume 1 is done, so this will be completed. The thing is, if you've read online or on AO3, especially AO3, stories tend to be very long, so I feel like it's going to take me longer to read this than it'll take me to read these novels. At the same time though, because of the way they're written online, oftentimes the read is quick, so I'm not really sure. I don't know how many chapters it has, so really we'll see, but I'm confident I can finish all this stuff this month. The only thing with this like Jazz Standards one, I literally was like, what is with the obsession with jazz with these Sarah Bucky stories? Is it because she's black? Like, what's going on? We listen to other music, And then, listen, I'm not American, so don't mind me. It took me a little while to remember. Oh yeah, she's from Louisiana. She's from New Orleans. Jazz. Yeah, that is the TBR for this month. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited. I am looking forward to reading. Like, for a while there during university, I didn't have time to read, which was really sad, especially considering what my major was. Literally English creative writing. That's what I was in school for my last 2 years. I didn't have time to read. And by read, I mean I had time to read the books they signed me. Obviously, I needed to make time. And I had time to read the books I actually wanted to read because I literally have like stacks of novels that I had to buy for my classes. So, I didn't have time to read stuff I actually liked. And now I do. Now I'm making the time. Reading is good for the soul, okay? If you don't read, you need to go online. Touch some paper, okay? Touch some paper. All right. And yeah, I'm excited for this TBR. I feel like the list is so short, honestly. Like, I just like to put too much on my plate and then get disappointed when I don't get things done. And I say like to as though I do it on purpose. I don't do it on purpose. It's just how my brain works. I have high expectations for myself, and then I don't take into account, reality sometimes. But that's okay. I'm excited for this TBR. I'm excited to share these stories with you. Let me know what you guys are reading this month. If you don't have a TBR, that's okay. You don't need one. I just started doing this like literally this year. Let me know if you've read any of these stories. Don't spoil them, okay? I don't mind spoilers that much, but in this case, I don't want any. So don't spoil them. Just let me know if you read them or not. I'm curious as to hear what your thoughts are on them. Like I said, I'll be giving you guys did I say this already? I'll be giving you a full review of my thoughts on these stories once I'm done with them. And yeah, I'm very happy to have you here, and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video like I said, and go ahead and follow me on Wattpad and AO3. I do write my own stories. I am a writer. Yeah, we're trying to make stuff happen this year. I have a lot of plans for a lot of good stories this year, and I'm still updating a few right now. They're about to finish within the next few months, so get on those trains if you haven't already. And I also post on Tapas. If you want to support me on Tapas, I'd very much appreciate it. Yeah, follow me on Goodreads too. I have a lot of the books I want to read, whether it's this year or whenever, on there, and then I'll be keeping track of what I've already finished. And I will see you in the next video. I'm sending you lots of love, and we're gonna get back into the romances. I see you next time, okay? Over here just spreading romance and love. What can I say? All right. Mwah. Bye. See you next time.